I've been here, alone, at least a week now, probably longer. I'm starting to feel sick again, and the food around here is rotting fast. Worse, my medicine is running low. I've been sick for as long as I can remember. The doctors never could tell me what it was. It's just something I will live with. Before all of this started, I'd been passed out for a week on meds. That was a bad week, one of the worst. Thankfully, I can barely remember the pain, the nightmares. Then I woke up to screaming in the halls, my neighbors begging for help. Everyone wants to say they'd be the hero, but things don't always pan out like in the movies. Hey, wait, I think I can hear someone. Maybe I'm not as alone as I thought. Scared what to get out of here. Scared of, scared to see what's out there. What the city looks like. They can't believe all of this. Wondering how many, if any, survivors are left. I'm going to pretend to know much of anything about anything. So it sure would be nice to find some others. They don't have better idea of how to handle all of this than me. After all, I'm a some guy. Great news. Looks like we might be okay after all. One of the survivors is our army captain. He's an older man, a little on edge, but seems to know what he's doing. Better yet, he has a gun. There are two others, Colin and Alice. Colin seems like a competent guy, but Alice is on the verge of a breakdown. I can't say I blame her. We decided to set up camp in the middle of Sheep's Meadow, Central Park. Captain explained why. Something about tactics. So I'm just going to trust his judgment on this one. We're supposed to watch in shifts, but we're all hoping as long as we're quiet, we'll be okay. I guess we'll see. Speaking days now surrounds the whole of the horde in Central Park. Start to write about what happened. Short after left the captain, he started going crazy. Not sure if he was turning into one of those things or what, but blew Alice away right in front of us. He shot her. Neither of us could bring us to shoot him, so we tied him up and left him. I know it was a death sentence, but we had no choice. I learned today that Colin's twin brother, O'Brien, has been shaken up about getting out of the city, finding him. To be honest, I'm more worried about you surviving right now. Whatever the plan, we decided to split up and check out the inner city. Maybe we can find food, supplies, or anything really. I wasn't able to find anything useful, and it's clear the inner city is completely infested. Colin had a little more luck than I did at least. He found a pistol and a few boxes of ammo. We'll need every bullet. My sickness started to catch up to me again. I've been coughing up blood and the pain is getting worse. I've only got a few pills left. Colin's looking at me like I'm already one of those things. Even though I told him like a million times I'm fine. Can't say I'm blaming him for being paranoid. Food is another issue though. It feels like my stomach is eating itself. I never thought this food would be one of our biggest enemies. Thanks to the food stores we found at the docks, we've been eating well for the past few days. Colin and I decided we've got to get out of the city. We've been walking for days through the Holland Tunnel. It's dark down there, but we've got weapons, and we need to find a way out. Colin has been telling me stories about him and his brother. It makes me think of my own family, but I haven't talked to them for years. Wonder how they are. I wonder what the scale of this whole thing is. I realize I don't even know whether this is citywide, countrywide, or worldwide. Why do you even keep this journal? Just to remind me of my misery? Damn it. Colin is dead. He turned. In the blink of an eye, he changed. No warning, no nothing. Is there something I could have done? Became a good friend. I'll miss him. I've been out of pills for a while now, and the pain has come back. My mind is getting hazy, and sometimes I start thinking I'm turning into one of those things. I've got no choice but to head back to my place, see if maybe I left some medicine there. Thankfully, I found a near empty bottle of pills, enough to last a few days. It'll have to do. Now what? The Holland Tunnel is collapsed. Connor is dead. It's just me, alone. I guess I have no choice but to head east. Maybe I can try my luck crossing Brooklyn Bridge. We just need to get out of the city. It's clear no one is coming to help us. Heck, I don't even know if there is even anyone left who can help us. So the military is involved, but this is what sent to help. Few soldiers manning a makeshift defensive position. From what they've described, the situation in Manhattan is worse than I thought. They said this is what they've been told to do, to try to contain the things from leaving the area. Does that mean it's safe over the bridge? Fortunately, the soldiers can't tell me much. In fact, they can't tell me anything. They said they've been out of contact with their HQ now for a day or so. If the military is like this, they're still starting to make me worried. Before I was living with a sliver of hope. Because maybe all of this was contained or isolated. I'm not sure I know more about anything. Uh-oh. Incoming. Right again if we survive this. Everyone is dead. There were so many of them. They just ripped the soldiers apart. If I managed to escape, I'll never run faster. Once I got off the bridge, I met a survivor, Tom. He was a skinny guy, scared. We all have our stories, and to be honest, I didn't even want to know his. In fact, we didn't talk much. We decided that it's getting too dangerous, and that maybe we should try a different route. Underground? Who knows? Maybe the subway will be a safer bet. Stupid idea. Still no one left that's safe. Tom is injured, badly. Thankfully not from one of those things. But he had a bad fall. Metal rod piercing through his leg. It's in bad shape. The only chance I have to help Tom is the hospital. We need antibiotics. Maybe I can find some medicine for me while we're there. Pain comes and goes, but when it comes, it's excruciating. But first things first, I need to find some supplies to help Tom. If I don't, infection will set in and he'll die. This has truly become a sick joke. God is playing with my life. Tom is gone. The medicine didn't matter. Within a few minutes he changed. Everyone I've known has turned, except me. I started to wonder if Colin, Alice, Tom, even the captain, if they didn't have a better fate than me. I know it's been a while since I've written, but I don't know where I'm going anymore. I'm sick of trying to get out of here. I'm sick of everything. I just want to find somewhere I can maybe get just a little bit of peace. I just want to rest, get my mind off of everyone and everything. Maybe suburbs will be quieter since they're far away from the city. With night setting in, I had no choice but to bust open one of the house windows. Not like anyone was left here. I finally found a bed, slept there for days. It was the most glorious thing I'd ever known. It's almost better to be alone, don't you think? When it's just me, I don't have to care about anyone else. I don't have to go out of my way to help anyone else. I don't have to wait for the inevitable return. Hey, I think I hear something. People on the streets. Just when I thought things were going my way. I honestly don't want to help, but I can't just leave them. I've still got a sliver of humanity left. It was a family, two little girls, a father and a mother. Most amazing they made it this long. They thanked me over and over. I must say, it feels good to help. It's been a few days, and this family, the Jones, are growing on me. The father, Roger, has a bar downtown. I'm no hero, but at this point, what else am I going to do? We barricaded Sue and the girls in one of the nearby buildings for safety, for now at least. Nowhere they're coming with us to look. Our plan is to have him search while I cover him from above. It was his idea. He already felt bad for me helping, and if something were to happen, at least both of us wouldn't be killed. No sign of his brother, Miles. We'll keep looking. We decided to check one last area, you know. In a way, this family, I think, has helped save me. I remember the pain, the misery I was in before. These strangers have all but maybe one of their own. And I find myself wondering how the girls and Sue are doing. We left food and water and made sure nothing could get to them. They should be fine. I, I don't know how long it's been since I last wrote. 1, 2 weeks. So, girls, they were gone when we got back. Blood everywhere. A gaping hole smashed through the wall. Roger, he went crazy. It wasn't long before he turned, as if his rage allowed it. He killed his own brother, before I had to take him down. Now, here I am, alone again. I'm not even mad anymore. I just, what's the point? I decided to head to the hospital. finish what Roger, Miles, and I started. Maybe there is a cure, or some news about all of this. I suppose it's better than sitting here, walling in my own misery. It's impossible. It can't be. My name on that report. My name. How could this be true? I am the carrier. I started this disease. All of this is my fault. The guilt is like a million-ton weight on my back. Every person dead is because of me. And because I'm the original carrier, I'm somehow immune. So everyone I know has turned except me. It's a curse. A curse! The only thing I can do now is get away from everyone. Truly be alone. Stop all of this. Hopefully before it's too late. Maybe I can find a boat to Block Island. To go to Coney Island. Yeah, it's time to leave. I'm so sorry everyone. I didn't know. I'm here, alone, ready to embrace my fate. Dear Annabelle, I locked myself in her apartment for days now. I'm out of food and those things are banging on the door as I write this. Worse, I think I'm infected. I'm losing my hair, my skin, it's rotting. I'm so sorry I'm not with you. I should have come with you. I just want to say I love you and goodbye. Love, David. A wild flesh eater with low damage and health comes in a variety of types, some fast, others slow. A larger version of the standard zombie with more health. Oh, oh god, they're banging on the windows. They're everywhere. We tried to leave after the first news reports about, I don't know, some kind of virus or something. We didn't even pack. Thought maybe we could be one of the first out. But we were wrong. The roads are all jammed. It's complete chaos out here. I know those things. They're everywhere. I'm seeing them. Oh god, I'm seeing them eat anyone unlucky enough to still be on the streets. I got my daughter with me and no, no, she's a fast deadly predator that has low health. These mutated words are a minor annoyance. They come in large packs and can peck away at your health. The priest was crazy. Not like the zombies though. He was shouting about the end of the world. About rapture. Behind our bodies. Crucified. It was a disgusting sight. I can't believe this was a priest. It's disturbing that even amongst this madness, mankind has still found a way to kill each other. And then he came at me, yelling and spitting in face, screaming about my unclean spirit. He reared his hand back with a knife in it. I didn't have a choice. A very deadly mutation. Leapers jump from side to side, are very fast, and have a deadly attack. I killed a man the other day. Not one of those things, mind you. A regular man. Shot him. I had to. He was yelling at me, waving his butt, saying something about how I was one of them. It was him or me. Later on, I thought I saw one of those things coming at me. He was stumbling down the streets, just like one of them, screaming and yelling. I took my pistol and shot him. When I went over to look at him, he was uh, he was just a kid, maybe 16. His leg was messed up, which is why he was limping. But he was just a normal kid. I'm so sorry. How could I have known? Those of us left. We started building a wall. We didn't know what we were doing, but it seemed as good idea as any. We built it wall at least 50 feet high out of wood, rocks, and rubble. We were hoping it would keep them out, praying it would. For a while, it did the job. And then we saw a giant. We've never seen one that big. He grabbed chunks from the earth and threw them like they were baseballs, shattering whole sections of the wall. That wall, it collapsed and killed at least 5 survivors. The rest, they were torn apart in seconds. These fallen heroes of New York can take a large amount of damage and cannot be headshot. They're especially resistant to small arms fire like the pistol and Uzi. A larger version of the regular zombie with a deadly attack and lots of health. How are we supposed to know who's one of them? This virus, or whatever it is. It's so unpredictable. People change for apparently no reason. So no one knows who's affected and who's not. I used to travel with a group, but they're all gone now. We were a little assassin. When one of us started showing signs of infection, we threw them out. You know, blood, started to act crazy, that kind of thing. Then one of them changed so fast, he tore through two of the others in a few seconds. I jumped out the window, 3 stories up to save myself. Broke both my legs. I was able to drag myself to downstairs, but I haven't eaten for days now. I'm not sure what to do anymore. A small, but nonetheless deadly creature. Although they don't do much damage or have much health, they can easily block your path and make it hard to maneuver. Announcing themselves with a terrible scream, infectors have a poisonous attack, which slowly damages you and makes it hard to move. I was sitting on Air Force One when the president got the news. I could barely register a change of emotion on his face. I think he was shocked. Hell, we were all shocked. The news about New York, he could hardly believe it. He turned on the news, said that they were the first to break the story. We had to hear what was going on from them. We just watched in horror. And then the signal was lost. There was commotion in another part of the plane, things breaking, people yelling, then silence. What's going on down there? Worse, plane, it's shaking now. I can feel the shift in angle. Oh God, we're going down. That mob must have rounded up 5 people, normal people, with the streets temporarily quiet. They took the opportunity to quench their paranoia. I sat back and did nothing. I didn't want to be roped up like the others, so I went along with it. I hate myself for it now. Anyway, they hung those 5. I guess when you hang them, you don't have to worry about blood or spraying the infection like you would with shooting people. As if anyone knew who was infected or not. People changed in an instant. Some had signs, others turned almost instantly. Who were these people to be judge and jury? A ranged enemy which throws a pulse of vile slime. Slime will poison you, slowly damaging you and making it hard to move. I swear to you, it was a US military plane that did it. How else could the Holland Tunnel just collapse like that? I'm telling you, they don't want anyone getting onto the mainland. This all happened too fast for a quarantine. So how else are they going to keep us here? What do I think? I'll tell you what I think. I think this is a terrorist attack. That's what I think. Someone unleashed this virus into New York, and our government doesn't have a clue how to handle it. I mean, look around. This city is in chaos, and I've yet to see a single army official or anything in here trying to do a single thing about all of this. It was just another day at Infotech when the scream started. I didn't have much time to react, but I was able to lock myself in someone's nearby office. Those things came from nowhere, rushing down the hallways and through the doors like creatures from our nightmares. Some of the workers leapt from windows, 100 stories up. After seeing what the zombies were doing to people, I could see them jumping from the office I was in. I could see the looks of terror in their eyes as they fell. A ranged enemy which throws chunks of meat at you. A bulky enemy wielding a large hammer. It has strong armor and cannot be headshot. This plague-infested monster has a lot of health, very high damage, and a poison aura that surrounds it, so don't get too close. Additionally, they attract rats as long as they are alive, spawning hordes at a time. A terrible creature with a large, oversized head. Tumor zombies able to resurrect nearby zombies. It's an absolute must that you take these things down as fast as possible. Although they are immobile and have no attack, they are no the less devastating, increasing the health of every enemy on the entire level while alive. Take them down fast. We've been holed up in a storefront for weeks now. This place was like a fortress. That doesn't really matter now, does it? Darren is dead, not from one of those things, but from starvation. Ah, it's like some kind of sick joke that we're going to die like this. But how can I get out of here with those things? I can feel the pain gnawing away at my stomach. Every day it gets worse. I haven't eaten for weeks. And if I had to guess, I'd say weigh less than 100 pounds. But they wouldn't give for just one bite. One bite of anything. Wait, wait a second. Darius passed away yesterday. His body hasn't started decomposing yet. If I could start a fire, maybe, yes, maybe I could, maybe just one bite. I've managed to survive this long, haven't I? It seems like a joke, like something from a science fiction book, but it works. I was a metal worker, so the first thing I did was start rigging up some protection. Started welding together pieces of metal to make a suit, a helmet, shield, even a giant sword. I figured you can run out of ammo. A sword will never run dry. I never take the suit off. I can't risk getting bit. The problem is, the joints are starting to rust. It started to get hard to move. Meh, I'm sure I will be fine. A bloated, disgusting monster with the most health in the game. Do not come ill-equipped to try to take one of these things down. Hey baby, are you there? You were supposed to meet me an hour ago. There's something strange going on in there. There was an incident. Don't worry, the cops took care of it. But I'm a little worried. I don't want to be waiting here myself forever. So hurry up, would you? Mhm. A gigantic subway with the ability to rip chunks of earth from the ground and throw them at you. They have incredible health and a very damaging attack. It wasn't long before Lud started destroying the city, just as much as those things. Huge groups, gangs, going around taking food, killing survivors, stealing weapons, anything they could get their hands on. A few weeks after the start of all of this, when food really started to get scarce, there were rumors of cannibalism. It's like humanity went back thousands of years in just a few short weeks. Now, us survivors have to deal with both the zombies and those damn looters. How are we supposed to survive? Pick up. Oh god. Please pick up Ryan. The cop. He has shot someone. He shot him right there in the middle of the streets. I didn't see what was happening. But I can't believe this is happening. How could a cop shoot someone like that? Oh god. But he's coming for me. His face. Oh, what was wrong with his face? Ryan, please pick. Babe. Hood. Baby. Baby, meet me here. Come down here. Feed me. And you should have seen it. It was like a mini war. The police station armed themselves with shotguns, rifles, pistols, everything they could get their hands on from the armory. It was like a fireworks display. The report of the gunfire was deafening. Bodies were starting to pile up. And then huge, bloated things started coming. They were covered in flies and rotting sores, using street signs as weapons. They were absorbing everything the police threw at them. Everything. And when they broke the line, it was havoc. The police tried to run. They were cut down, sometimes 10 in a single swipe. It gives me nightmares just to remember. He became somewhat of a legend. He was some kind of martial artist before all of this. Now, he's in samurai armor, kills the zombies with a huge katana. A little dramatic, I know, but I suppose it has a purpose as well. I've heard stories from countless survivors talking about how I helped them. I had a friend though, Darren, young guy. He was always talking about how cool that samurai dude was, like he was a movie star or something. He treated this whole thing like it wasn't real. And then he said he wanted to be like the legend with his own sword. Only he wasn't like the legend. The very first time we encountered the creatures, he got the sword stuck in one of them. And was he he didn't make it. Damn it, Darren. I saw the toughest man I've ever seen today. I watched from out the window as a huge guy, maybe 6.5 feet tall, fought off more than a dozen of those things at once. He's some kind of custom style weapon, and he was hacking them in half with every swipe. It was a sight to see. All I could do was watch as the first one bit him from behind. I wanted to help, but what was I supposed to do? Die with him? He still fought on, but it was inevitable that they finally got him. He's strange, but it's just another death to me now. I guess that's the world we live in. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did. But was it enough to deserve this? I've been here, trapped in itself for who knows how long. Everyone else already dead, either rotting from starvation, or turned into one of those things. There are no guards left. There are no prisoners left. No one except me. There's just got to be some way to get out of here. No, there's not. The sooner I realize that, better off I'll be. Maybe I should just make peace with it. Just die like a man. Maybe this is what I deserve. I was just there because of a broken finger. I wish. Damn, I wish I was better with the hammer. I was just sitting there with some of the people started to change. I could see one person's head enlarge. Tumors erupting out of his flesh. And then it was like a chain reaction. Everyone around me started to change. The worst part was, when I looked into that thing's face, I could see the human still left in him. His face, his eyes, they were crying for help. That look will never leave me. How could I ever forgive myself? It was my wife, or my boy. Those things are all over us. Had both of them in their grasp. Had one shot in my revolver, just enough to save one of them. How could anyone make that choice? Instead, I hesitated. I made the worst choice possible. I didn't choose. Now, both of them, they're both gone. At least I still have this one bullet. I just can't live with this guilt. I guess I'll see my wife and boy soon enough after all. The strange part was that it was so quiet. You couldn't hear anything over the crashing of the waves. We thought we would just get a little bit of sun that day. It was a nice day. We saw some people running in the distance and we laughed. It looked like they were having fun. Then they fell. There were screams. It was like a contagious infection. Everyone on the base got up and started screaming. When more creatures came, we ran into the ocean. We didn't have anywhere else to go. The current was strong that day. Thankfully, I'm a good swimmer. But so many others, they were swept out without sound. I hate to admit it, but I had to kick a few people off me. Was I supposed to let them drag me down with them?